So last time we had to climb out of the Colosseum toilet bowl maze thing, and the entire world was drowning, which is probably not a great sign. Not entirely sure what's going on at this point, to be honest. Alarin pulled an entire tower out of her pocket. Our world's kind of bullshit. And then we just got on it, which was a great idea until there was a waterfall. We didn't really plan that part out either. And now we're on a church, and the water's gone, and I am powerless in my world.
I liked how Drez is like the guy from Normal Land, and everybody else is like cartoon characters from Crazy Town.
I have a question. When did Skitter get a beard?
Okay, so you did notice. I was wondering.
No,
So-
I noticed it immediately.
It's
I was
why I
waiting
was
for us to
crying.
start.
Yeah. So, you guys,
It's like he-
I didn't have this asset for last time.
It's like he
but
fell asleep and
Skitter's got a
Rip Van
bushy
Winkle.
beard now.
Did that happen? Oh my god, he's turning into the assassin.
Skitter,
It's modifying his body.
Yes?
when did you become bushy beard man just like Greg?
Like 20 minutes ago. Well, overnight,
Wait, really?
I
What
guess.
happened?
So I was looking into this belt, and apparently if you wear it overnight, you grow a beard. Or a bigger beard if you already have a beard.
I did not know that your kind could even grow a beard.
I didn't
Mammals
know
are
You're a
either.
rabbit man, right?
I think that's wildly inaccurate, but okay.
Mammals are disgusting.
Here. Except, I think I do have hair. In a weird way.
It's just like, it's seaweed.
Yeah.
You're actually bald. That's just like purple seaweed.
Yeah, you just slop it on there.
I really don't understand how
Starting to smell
merfolk
it
You
this
have
stick it to your skull with meat
I-
paste.
I go
voluminous
over-
hair, but
I go over
Meat
to
glue.
Beard Skitter, and I give tug on beard.
It is a firm beard. It is meant to be there, question mark.
Ah, that is very impressive. You have become man now. Would you like to engage in Bugbear rite of passage to manhood?
Does
Oh,
it
no.
involve hugging? Because that looks comically painful.
Yes, it does.
I'll
How
pass.
did you know?
I will pass.
But
a
my
good time
friend,
for
we
s-
haven't even done the best part, which is where you go and eat fire ants.
He's
This
like
is a good
trying
time for
to
Skitter
hide,
to be
but there's-
invisible.
Yeah, he's trying to hide, but there's literally like nothing around.
My friend, don't you wish to join in cow wrangling contest?
No.
Many people enter, none survive.
especially with the flames.
That is usually the thing that kills.
You
yes.
guys are going to fight a cow sometime in this campaign, and it is going to wreck you.
There will be a
Oh
cow
no.
level.
There's the
There
secret
will
cow
be.
level.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna
Hey,
go
what's in
into
this
the
room?
secret.
The
end.
secret cow level that was conjured by Oh No Necromancer.
That's where you had found the healing
You've already
potions, like
explored.
between
Oh,
those.
really?
Yeah. You've already checked
I
those
thought it
out.
was these ones.
I
we've done
counted
all.
both. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All right.
You searched the church and you found healing potions.
Then into the chapel.
Galore. Before we get too far, Drez, I told you there was a bag. What bag? Whose bag was it? I forget whose bag it was, but I had said that there were items. There was some items in a bag. that you
Are
were
we
supposed
still
to-
talking about the assassin's bag?
Probably.
Or was it other people's bags?
I
How
don't
many
know
bags
what's
have
in
I
your
picked up
inventory.
now?
I don't know what's in your inventory at this point. I have moved on. I have too many other things to keep track of.
The stuff I have written down that might not even be true anymore, in some cases. I have the unsealed journal, the tree tokens, rations, Air Jordans, potions, sealed book, the sealed book, ritual notes, which we now know is about growing trees, or the tree bridge, monster manual, bag of holding, flame bracers, dredge short bow arrows, and assassin bag.
Okay, so inside the assassin's bag is a Gurg was here.
Who's Gurg?
Right.
Oh, hey!
Greg
Do you
is
know how to
illiterate.
spell?
No, he's just like shitting somewhere and riding with it. Because he's not a
Inside the-
druid.
Inside the bag is actually there's not much in there. There were the keys which you already used, and there's a vial of like kind of a milky blue-gray liquid, and it's not like a regular healing potion.
So it's a gray vial.
Yeah, there's also like a shit ton of poison in there.
All right, a
Like-
shit ton of poison.
Like
Good thing I
12,
have
12 like little vial
12
things
poisons.
of poison. Yes.
There's 12 poison in there.
Yeah.
What was his Sonic OC name again?
Dread.
Dread?
Dread. That's
Killhall?
not going to confuse me at all.
Dread Killhall.
I'm not going to be confused at all by the fact that his name is my name. His name is my name. His name is your name. All right, so I have a vial. Is basically the information
Yes. Yes, and poison.
here. Yeah. I mean, if I find a place, I might just throw the bag of poison at it and just see what happens.
I think there's also a grappling hook with rope.
Oh, that's important. I can use that if I don't feel like using a spell to do the exact same effect for like an hour. Because I can literally walk on walls. Listen, I had a lot of spells prepared for our jailbreak that didn't matter. I had Pass Without Trace. I had
That would
Spider
have been
Climb.
Useful. That would have been useful.
And instead I fought an assassin for 30 seconds and I used all of my level 2 spells. So my giant list of jailbreak skills were completely irrelevant for that episode. Up until just now when we just rested for the first time, just in time to level up again. Jesus Christ. These people are having an action-packed life, and it's not probably great for their future.
Well, now we're all fit and spry for whatever awaits us outside.
Death.
Who
Death.
knows? It looks pretty verdant
Definitely
and green.
death.
Hey.
Let's go.
Anything in the pews?
Where do we even want to be heading? So,
There's like runed books and like
should we be heading towards Vivi? I mean, you're the one who met her. Can you tell us like what is she all about?
Vivi?
Yeah.
Well, she was in fact a gnome long, long ago. She didn't quite give me a specific length of time, but it's implied that she's been this way for a couple hundred, if not 1,000 years. Unfortunately,
Stand
becoming...
still.
Huh?
Stand still.
Oh, sorry.
We're
Really minor
to have
aside, how do you-
conversation.
This is an aside a little bit. How do you get rid of the turn order window? It's been on my screen for like last 3 sessions because I can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just drag it over somewhere.
Is it stuck on your guys' screens too?
Yeah, I just drag mine off, like the bottom or to the right.
Yeah, actually, you can drag it over the dice rolls so that you can
Yes.
still make new dice rolls, but the turn
Yeah,
order
just put
will.
it in the upper right. Over old dice
Okay.
It works.
Anyway.
Story time.
rolls. Tell us about favorite gnome. Go.
Well, she's no longer a gnome anymore, per se. Somehow she was able to affix her essence inside a wooden marionette-like puppet, I suppose. I did tell you last time I
we're
had...
going to talk outside now.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's some... I mean, who wants to be in that musty old church?
That's fine, whatever.
Churchgoers. Or so they say out loud to other people.
Well,
Alright,
I don't
so
really know
keep
what they're
talking.
worshipping. I mean, I suppose
Skitter's beard, apparently.
Well,
Just like the fans.
when we
It
were
is
reading
pretty
that...
magnificent.
when we were reading
Shut up,
that
Skitter. You're
book
not
in
allowed to
the-
have a sense. You're not allowed to have
Aw.
a sense self-esteem.
Okay. I'll just go back to doing my
When
thing.
we were reading that book in the pre-study, he seemed to have gone from some kind of polytheistic religion to some kind of radical monotheistic religion. And yeah. So I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, it might pertain to this creepy black statue in the center of this pavilion area.
Yeah, that is definitely of concern.
But in any case, yeah, so I believe I did tell you guys that Vivi has, like, lavender eyes, a wooden mask-like face, and long black hair. But essentially, she had found herself in the city, in the slums specifically, because not too many people of the Mage's district actually accepted her kind of magic, considering it is necromancy. And essentially, she tried to save as many of the inhabitants of this place as she could, albeit in her own way, which means in an unliving kind of sense. But those that are down in this, in the district, what was it called? The slums?
Yeah, she's in the slums.
Those lights that we saw were actually some kind of magical lamp that allows them to keep their sanity. So, while some of the inhabitants that we saw in the warehouse and the Lake District, there were some that were so far gone, their minds were mush, quite literally. There were those that still retain their former sense of being. And those lights specifically allow them to do so. And she hoped to infuse their spirits with an ensemble of marionettes that she had also crafted for them. Also, she apparently crafted these daggers as a joke for a friend of hers. I really
Who
hope
doesn't
they'll be...
love hilarious? I do like the air quotes thing, but I do it with 3 fingers on each hand. Who doesn't love hilarious magical item?
Oh,
So
yeah,
does she need anything from us? I mean, she currently has my, well, I guess somebody's friend, Gruck Smashgood.
she does have Gruck. I did actually help her in retrieving a large crystal. I had already told you that story about encountering the nautiloids, the guys with the squid-like faces, and their giant leviathan friends. And
Oh yes, they are the ones who go, yeah.
Yeah, well, the water elementals, they're minions. Yes, they're the ones that are nyeh. In any case, I was actually able to drain their district through the mines. There was a large boulder in the way, but once that was cleared, all the water came out, and then I was able to retrieve the crystal, and hopefully she's able to put everyone's spirits into the marionettes as opposed to leaving them in their decaying bodies. I could try contacting her again. I did find it peculiar that the rod that she had given us had all 4 rings lit in her color. But she wasn't responding. I didn't want to risk all of us teleporting to her only to, well, find ourselves underwater. It wouldn't at all be fatal for me. But Greg would only last as long as he had his manta ray cloak. Drez, 15 minutes. And Skitter wouldn't have anything at all. That would have been a terrible situation. Also, what's up with this fountain?
That's a really big fountain with a really fancy looking thing. in
Oh,
the
it's
center.
not
I
like
want the
growing.
fancy-looking
It's
thing.
not like a hair fountain.
No, it's like a weird kind of like I mean, it looks like obsidian or onyx or something like that. In the shape of kind of a smoke or a feather. You're not entirely sure.
Can I detect magic
And it
on
glitters. Sure.
All right.
It is magical. Only faintly, but it is magical.
It is faintly magical.
Would it make good weapon?
It's like
Ah.
30 feet tall.
So yes,
This-
but not for me.
This is like a fancy fountain thing. I mean, if you were a giant, you could club somebody with it and it would probably do some damage and then break.
Now, in the book that I had read earlier, was there any kind of iconography that resembled this?
No. This
Huh.
is, not associated with the church necessarily. I should probably also mention, now that you're outside and you get to look at this place more, I haven't really drawn it, but it looks like this is kind of the edge of a much larger town or a city. You're not entirely sure. And
I
then
see, but then
before
there's a
everything fell
giant
down into the
tree.
pit, there probably was, like, actually quite the area around. You're just on the, like, last vestiges, which is, like, a couple of
Why-
huts, an
Why is
inn, and a
today's
blacksmith.
casting spell called Shillelagh?
Because some of us prepare macros and test
Oh
them.
yes,
And-
you are a programmer of computer. I forget.
Shillelagh's a cantrip? Damn.
I think it's is that actually Shillelagh? Because if so, then that word is way harder to pronounce than it is to spell. and also the
You
other
mean
way around.
no? It's way harder to spell than pronounce.
Yeah.
It
Phonetically,
looks
it's
like
Shalilach.
Shalila.
yeah.
Ha. You have to have that.
It's like a
in.
12-letter word for a really easy to pronounce
Give me
thing.
my shalalach. Shalalach.
So, does
I could
Shalay...
click fountain and make shalalach.
Did we properly set up the scene for like everyone listening, for example, about what this place looks like?
I was
yeah.
kind of trying to describe that.
Because we have like a giant peninsula of just cliffs.
Yes. So you
Yeah,
guys
we're-
are on the vestiges of this like town, city, whatever thing, sandwiched between what used to be quite this like thick wall with a gate, which is like broken and stuff, and Jesus Christ, Shillelagh. But at this point, now it's just a peninsula of rock and grass, with a church, couple of small like hut house looking things, couple of trees that are still doing okay. Half of a blacksmith and what was probably an inn. And did I mention the giant tree? There's a giant tree. It's still
It's
growing.
a very giant tree.
Right.
It's still growing right now?
Yeah. Like,
Is it
you
still-
can hear creaking and
Is it
stuff like that.
slowly
Ooh.
just?
It's
is-
extending off into the sunset.
Is it still sticking outward like the Rainbow Bridge?
Yeah, you can see it's kind of like anchoring itself with branches, and there's like a couple other tree-looking things elsewhere that it's starting to connect up to.
Ah.
Should we look at that?
Sure. I mean, it must be the work of the druids.
Does it look climbable?
It looks climbable, but it's also moving.
I thought
So
it said flammable.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
wet.
no.
Let's not set this on fire.
It's still wet. It's still moving. So you could climb it, but it would be scary. I don't know how you respond to climbing over giant moving trees over vast chasms of death.
Hey, Drez, do you
I
think
put
this is?
my hand onto bark and see what happens.
There's like a rumbling that you can feel.
Eee.
Do you think this is the work of a massive tree token?
A druid at least.
It would be more like tree.
Tree
Never mind.
wheel? Tree.
I don't know.
I've already encountered groups of druids before, so a lot of people can be working together.
I guess. Do we want to enter in? I don't know.
Oh, I should
feel
probably hide the inn. I
uneasy.
don't think you can actually see. Yeah, you shouldn't. be
What
able
we
to see
have is a
inside there.
druid conspiracy.
I feel uneasy about the exploring buildings so close to cliff edge, but
Are these bushes or trees everywhere?
These are
Bushes
trees.
and trees. The ones
oh,
closer. I don't know.
they are roughage.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm going to go.
Foliage-ish.
I'm gonna go find a nice branch and chop it off with my pike.
Okay. Why not just use your pike?
He just said.
Because
he was
it's
gonna use-
cooler when you fight people with a magic stick.
Turn your pike into the magic
AKA
stick.
Shillelagh.
But Shillelagh doesn't care about what the original weapon stats are.
No, that's true.
He wishes that he was like your gambit from
And if I'm beating people with a glowing stick that's actually a super weapon, then that's way cooler than
I'm going to
some
open
pike I
this door.
found.
Okay. So you enter
And
into
walk
an
inside.
inn. Okay, actually you don't.
Huh?
Never mind.
You don't.
Is
Sorry.
it locked?
It's stuck hard. It kind of just you just kind of thump into the door.
Congratulations, you lagged in real life.
Well, doors open outwards, correct? So can't you just pull on it?
I'm not that
Okay.
pedantic.
I pull
It doesn't
on
pull either.
Alright, this building is not in line with fire code. I'm sorry. I'm gonna strength check it and throw my shoulder behind, trying to open door.
Okay. It gives. There's kind of like a notable like creaking, cracking noise.
Ugh.
Ah. What do you think? Shall we keep trying, or shall we go like look for other way in?
I'll just stand over
Are there
here.
any windows or openings?
There are windows, but they are covered in wood.
They're covered
Oh.
in wood.
Oh boy.
Alright, give it another go. I'm safe.
Alright, give it one more college try.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, so you bust open the door, and inside, everything outside is kind of still damp. Inside is completely dry, and there's a dude. And he's just sitting there, and he looks to have been eating breakfast.
Is he wreathed in leaves?
Yeah, he's got like a weird mask on, and like a hood and cloak and stuff like that.
I
And he,
should have just knocked on the door. I apologize for my rudeness, my friend.
some way to knock.
Huh?
Some way to knock.
I am sorry. I temporarily forgot who I was.
It's the one time he should have knocked.
I see you're having breakfast. My apologies for the rude interruption. We are new to this area. We are travelers, and we're looking for a place to stay for hospitality.
I mean, I guess this would be the place, but
Yes, exactly. So I assume, are you a traveler or are you owner of establishment?
traveler. Let's go with traveler.
Ah, would you like to sit and spin tales of travel?
I mean,
I could use companion on this day.
I'm already sitting, so sure. Fine.
Okay, I sit.
Yeah, excuse us for intruding, but were you the one that barricaded all the windows and...
Well, yes. Did you not see the flood? Had to make sure I wouldn't get wet.
I'm surprised this was so airtight. How did you manage?
I mean, you know, a little bit of magic and it works out. You notice there's like just plants and stuff barricading like the walls and the doors and stuff like that.
Would you have any knowledge of the tree currently growing outside?
Yes, I'm working on it. Sort of. I'm on break.
You're working on it.
Oh, so you're a druid.
Well, it's like the only thing keeping this part of the city from collapsing down into that pit.
Oh, because of the roots.
It's support root. I see.
Yes. What did you think it was?
Bridge.
That too. I'd like to get out of here. This place sucks.
Yeah, our
About-
travels took us here, and I kind of regret it.
About that, though, are you familiar with the Reclaimers?
He, like, instantly just kind of puts down his... Well, not instantly. He, like, slowly puts down his stuff, and he's like, yes?
And do you count yourself among their rank?
Yes.
So, when we were rummaging through the ruins, it seemed like people pegged the destruction of the city on them. Why? Do the Druids have anything to do with the water as well?
No, we don't have it. Why would we flood the city? That's dumb.
I
We
admire
live here.
pragmatism, friend.
No,
So who did flood city?
I don't know. That's what I was supposed to be here for, but I can't make any headway with all those people in the keep.
Who are the people in the keep?
I don't know. It wasn't supposed
Oh,
to
you
be
really
manned.
did-
And
You
then
really
they just...
didn't figure out anything.
Well, you try going off and negotiating with longbows. You end up like a pincushion.
Hmm. Good point. Skitter can do it.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Negotiating with longbows sounds really scary.
Okay. Alright, fine, we'll help. So, who is leader of Reclaimers?
He is not answering that one. He is sizing you up. He's not sure where we're standing right now.
We don't really have quarrel with Reclaimers, or do we? I don't know. I'm gonna crowdsource this knowledge to the party. Where do we stand on Reclaimers?
Everyone we meet tries to kill us.
Yeah, we're not... Okay, that's a good... That helps. Why have your people been so hostile to us? But you yourself, we haven't been a fight.
Give me a second. Trying to Role-playing is hard.
It's easy. Just put on Russian accent. Character comes from that.
Well, my eternal problem is, what do these various, like, sub-characters know? Because they don't know
Yes,
the
yes,
full
of
story
course.
either.
Yes.
Hostile. Well, to be totally honest with you, everyone in this city is pretty much evil.
How can that be possible?
Oh.
Have you looked outside? Have you met the people here?
Admittedly not. We sort of arrived when everyone was dead and half rotten.
So,
Wasn't our fault.
you're the last tourists of Zagnoth. Oh, that's classic.
Not so much tourists. We were kind of swept here by a lot of
More-
water.
More or less
Involuntary
tourists.
tourists, fine.
Yes.
So what are you doing
I
here?
think those are called hostages.
Well, we were. I am here to kill Gorlar. I am
Uh-huh.
on epic quest.
Who's Gorlar?
His no talent S-clone.
We thought that you might know. He did seem to be in league with a number of
I've been here
druids.
since before the floods. I don't know who Gorlar is. What? Do you think I just, like, have the manual that says this is who everybody important in the city is? No. I'm here.
Well, that'd be
to-
nice.
I'm here to find the wizards and to keep this entire area from falling into the city. Because you can't fix the city if there's no city left.
My friend, you should network more. It'll be good for your business.
Wait,
I'm working on it. Did you not see the giant goddamn tree outside?
You
That
can
is
network with
networking.
tree. No,
But-
it's not.
sir, do I still have? I think I had taken the document that shows the Reclaimers' plan to poison everything, right? Or is that in Drez's book?
Yeah, this
that's
is the
in
first I've
that's
heard of it.
that's
It's
in
my
Drez's
character.
book.
Yeah.
Did Drez tell us about that information? I think so.
Holy crap! How long ago did we open that book? That was like
It was one of the
when
first
we met.
episodes.
That's when we met the
That was-
politicians.
That was episode like 6 or 7.
Holy crap!
Now,
I don't remember what was in
did
that
all
book
this
anymore, to be honest.
start at the festival? There was a grand celebration.
Are you asking him these things?
Wonder what was in that book again? that was like the beginning.
Yeah. So that are you talking about the journal that the Reclaimers had bought a bunch of food? Because you have two different documents. One saying that the Reclaimers ordered a ton of food for a festival, and another one that was the Reclaimer like plan document, which was specifically poison all the food.
I don't think I had that one. Wait, so I had two journals that were locked by like roots or something like that. One of which was opened by the Druid lady we met. The other one is still closed. And then there's the ritual notes about the bridge.
Okay.
But we'd still read that one book that was in the Reclaimer's house.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
the
was
first journal I found was the one that I was near like the crystal and things like that during that part of the campaign.
Yeah. You had that one unlocked, and that one was specifically about poisoning everyone, from what I remember.
So that's where we learned about the zombies situation.
Yes. Yes.
That should be collective party knowledge, I think.
Yeah. You guys know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, blast from the past on that.
Yeah, jeez, that was like 2
Wow.
months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do know about that.
So are you
Okay.
asking him about
Yeah,
that?
Ellerin, what were you gonna ask him about then?
Why? I mean, I suppose it would be pretty self-incriminating, at least for him and his people. We wouldn't want to antagonize him too quickly. But how could an entire
I don't know, if we keep killing
populace
everyone
be
we find,
evil?
it's easy to keep track of the characters.
I mean, the poor villagers, the woman, the children, they can't be responsible for what their leaders dictate to them.
They were part of it.
How so?
You don't just go around worshipping. Give me a second. Worshipping the gods that they do and doing the rituals that they concocted, and then think that they'll just get away with it. No,
What god were they worshipping?
the bright one. That's all I know. All I know is what they started doing.
And
What were
what
they
did
doing?
they start to do?
You. Of course the pits are gone. Of course.
The pits? Did they make terrible sacrifices?
Terrible is an understatement. Of the nth degree.
Really, really terrible.
Who did they sacrifice?
Everyone. What, did you think the floods killed everyone?
Yes?
No.
Oh. Oh, that is evil.
So, why are you here then if you're not here for that, if you're not a survivor? Why are you still here? Why haven't you left?
Still trying to figure that one out.
What do you know about the
pretty
Reclaimers?
We learned that they really don't like us.
Yeah.
Well, at least that they didn't like the populace, which is as much confirmed by the way that you speak of them. However, was everyone truly privy to this? I mean, there were inhabitants in the slums that didn't seem to swear fealty to anyone. There are members of various races like the Drow and whatnot that probably do not serve the same gods.
Look, sometimes, to save the world, to save a city, you just have to kill everyone. It's just how it works.
So you...
And then he's gonna cast a spell.
Ah!
I was gonna say this.
And then a giant stone wall just comes shooting out of the floor, locking off Skitter and Drez in the entrance. Roll for initiative.
I was
The
going
two
to
of
say,
us.
this seems like it's about to take a nasty turn.
Let's do hugs.
Not drugs.
Okay, Keith, you get to make a reflex save, by the way.
Oh, goody.
Oh,
That's
this is goody.
dexterity.
Yeah.
Click. That looks like a good number,
Okay,
probably.
so you have enough time to get over that stone wall.
Oh.
Skitter, like, rolls
Sure.
over it.
I was gonna say, like, surely Skitter does too, because he's, like, Ninja Man.
Yeah, so Skitter just,
God
like,
of
skips
ninjas.
over it, before it goes up. This druid may or may not have rolled a 1 on his initiative, so his surprise round is kind of counteracted by the fact that he's worthless.
Oh, no.
My friend, you should really reconsider.
He is,
Well, now we're trapped in here.
Yeah, he has trapped you inside this building, and the walls are starting to close in.
Oh.
All the
Oh,
walls?
that's bad
Yeah.
news.
Also, all of the tables are starting to, like, get kind of jittery.
That is bad news.
Okay,
For
Drez, I think
him.
it's time you set everything on fire, and we'll find a way out.
We're inside the building.
That's a really terrible
It's made of
idea,
plants.
No, but, I mean, the tables are probably going to come to life or become
Okay, I'm
tangle
going
monsters.
to cast Bless on...
Tables are gonna come to life.
I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Elrin, and Drez, which is a plus 1d4 to all attack rolls and all saving rolls.
Ooh.
Yep, and that lasts for 1 minute, and it takes up my concentration slot. So that's and then I will just position myself in front of him. If I could find my mouse cursor, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so you've done that. So, oh right, I should probably roll Skitter's.
Initiative.
Yes. Okay. So actually,
That is a very fun word to say in that
Whoa.
accent.
That's a number.
Skitter is going to stab the guy and miss. Damn. Oh wait, no, he gets advantage.
Well, no, he gets advantage, but he doesn't get the less. Never mind.
I just realized we
I don't
got the
know what I'm
portrait
saying.
of Skitter showing just in time for it to be inaccurate.
I know.
This is part of the reason why I was so resistant about having the portrait, because it's going to change, and if he ever leaves the party or gets switched out for another NPC, I don't want to play hot potato. Skitter stabs the shit out of the guy. Okay.
Oh.
He is, like, actively, like, yelling now. Diplomacy is gone.
Well, we figured that out when he stated that he didn't care if there was collateral damage to, like, innocents.
Yeah. He is one of those for the greater good guys that has very weird definition of good. Today's turn.
Okay. It is. Yep. It is Drez's turn.
Time to play with my new toy. If I can
Yeah.
find the macro for it, and boom. I hit him
Okay,
with a stick.
You hit him for 6. Okay. And Alarin?
I suppose I'll use my rapier, except I have to infuse it with. Did I get water from the raft, or did I get?
You
okay.
you have regular water loaded up already, and you have holy water if you want to try that.
Yeah. Well, I'll do the regular water first.
Okay.
Maybe I'll lose it next turn, and that'll be fine. Okay, and then I add a 4 to it. Right? Or that was just bad.
It's dry.
Boy, oh boy.
You wet his cloak a little.
It's like a little squirt gun.
Yeah, you squirt him. He is now
Like
damp.
from the dollar store, not even
Are you
good gun.
Are you sure that rapier wasn't the prank weapon?
I mean, it was also crafted by Vivi's hands. I do not doubt. I do not doubt that's the case. I'll have to take it up with her later.
Alright, I guess it's his turn.
Okay, so give me a second. I gotta very quickly make some table icons, so you actually have opponents here.
See, the
This is
tables are
dumb.
coming to life.
Yeah, no, the table next to you is actually going to attack you, Bird.
That is okay. Until it gets critical hit.
Okay, so you get hit by 5 damage for 5 damage by a table.
Table, table, table.
I'm
Table,
gonna make more mobile icons in a second.
table, table, table. They're gonna be Wanderbots heads. Table, table, table.
Okay, so only one other table is moving. That's the one behind
But
Skitter.
they're gonna be Wanderbot heads with 4 legs, and they're gonna be really weird looking.
I'm just imagining like little eyeballs on the side and
Like
eyebrows.
googly eyes. Here, I will doodle.
Okay.
Doodle,
Luckily-
doodle, doodle.
I've already got the table icon set up. I just had to export it.
That's the wrong table though.
It's fine. They're all gonna come to life.
Not if we stop him. First.
There you are. That's the table icon here. I'll move it there.
It's a smaller table.
It's a smaller
I just-
table. It shrunk a little to
I
become
just
mobile.
love that he
Question
drew
mark.
like Banjo-Kazooie eyes on it.
Well, that's what I was.
Here,
Yeah.
when
that
it's
was
not my
exactly what I
turn,
was
I'll add the
imagining.
eyes and
Banjo
we
Kazooie
can,
eyes.
we can cycle that in. Okay. Anyway, so Bird.
It is Skitter's turn. He got 20.
No, it's the old man's turn.
He's
Oh,
last in line.
Yeah.
That's what I-
Right. There was another table that was going to go after Skitter or Drez. Is he even aware? Nope. Okay, I guess he's gunning for Drez.
Oh no. I like not being hit by things.
Okay,
It's like
you
my
get hit by a
favorite thing.
table. You get hit by the table for 3 damage.
No.
I mean, really, what it is, it's just kind of like bumping into you. But have you ever like run into a table?
Hey, it's a
like
bad
high speed, so like okay. Now, Greg, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save.
that is my worst skill.
Is it really?
I think so.
Man. Is that why we don't get along? This is literally my
Okay.
best stat.
Wait, hang on. I get also plus 1d4 to saving throw.
Okay,
So
roll
let
them.
me. Damn it. Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you just barely succeed whatever he was casting on you, and he
Oof.
looks kind of frustrated. Okay, so now it is Skitter's turn.
He was probably trying to do that mind control thing.
Oh, that would be bad for Greg. And people
Okay.
near Greg. Okay, for table.
Is flanking still a thing in this game?
Yes, it is. You get
Yes, it is.
all of you guys get advantage while you're wailing on this guy,
Oh.
which is why Skitter is destroying him.
I think in
Good God.
3.5, I think it was just a flat +2 to attack or something.
Yeah, now it's
Yes.
you get advantage on attack rolls against somebody you're flanking.
So after Skitter's all-out assault, what does the guy look like now?
He is bleeding? You're not sure. He's definitely, like, more crooked than he was earlier.
Huh. What color is the blood?
You don't, like, there's no blood. He just looks...
Does he seem like a weird tree person?
You don't know. He's got, like, this big billowy green cloak on. And he's got, like, you know, a big beard. And the mask.
Are we fighting kindling?
You'll have to expose him. To find out.
Oh,
Rude.
no.
At this point, Skitter's cutting all his clothes off.
Well,
Is-
it's more like
is-
stabbing, so...
Yeah.
If you
Is
ask
Greg
Skitter,
fun?
he might be able to tell you.
Is Greg
Okay,
Might-
it's Greg's turn.
Might be a giveaway when
did I ever get my greatsword back, or do I only have great axe? Or did I ever get great axe back, or do I only
No,
have great
your
sword?
great axe is embedded in the wall in the arena.
Yeah, see if
Okay,
your
that's
great
right.
sword.
But I still have great sword.
Yeah, you have your great sword.
Okay, that's fine. Great sword is actually a little bit better. Only teensy bit though, because it is. Whatever. Oh
Okay.
my goodness!
Okay, you...
Oh.
He is. Okay, so going back to your question from earlier, your sword thwacks into him with a decidedly woody thwack. There's no flesh and blood down there.
Roll 20 needs sound effects.
Yeah, well, it can.
That's true.
I
Anyway,
just have not put any of them in because I don't want to. We could look into it though. But yeah, so you cut away a large amount of his cloak, and underneath is kind of what looks to be actually the body of like a person. But he's got you know, it's you know when you're like Hollow in Dark Souls 3 and you've got that like weird
You're a
rip
beef
nipple and
jerky
everything?
man.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like a beef jerky man, but it's like just straight up wood beef jerky man.
Tree jerky
Ew.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
tree jerky.
understand.
Yeah.
Thank you for painting picture with words. It was gross.
Essentially, the muscles and
There is
sinew
no-
are wood
It's no puke room.
fibrous bark material.
Let's go.
All we can do is continue what worked before.
Yeah, you smack him. He is. You guys are just wailing on this poor guy. All right, Alarin.
He started it.
Okay, I'm going to fill my rapier with holy water.
Okay.
One of the vials of holy water.
Why are we still illustrating on that one guy?
What else?
Oh right, I was gonna quickly.
I'll bring it down a notch later. I don't know where my holy water is in my inventory. And I will attack. Come on, holy water. Actually work. Woo! And what kind of benefits does that bestow, being that it is quote-unquote holy water? Or is the holy water of this weird church not really much more than just water?
As far as you know, it doesn't do anything more than regular damage.
Okay. Well, it's water.
In reality, holy water is good against undead. He's not undead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you thwack him. Give me a moment. I gotta finish this this table.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Okay.
You're the one that's drawing on it right now?
No, this
He's
is
making
Greg.
He's making
Oh.
something.
Look,
very
you
quickly.
guys made me think of this, and so now I want to get it done so we actually have the proper visual representation. We got the eyes done. I just have to add pupils. Okay. I love being an artist for a D&D campain. It is
A live
magic.
experience.
I mean, honestly, it kind of looks like a cookie.
it looks like one of those Chips Ahoy cookies.
Maybe,
But
yeah.
but with a soul.
Well, you know how in some of the commercials they actually had little
know-
eyes on them?
You know what would improve cookies is if they could feel pain and scream.
That always reminds me of goldfish commercials with the smack that smiles back.
Okay,
Goldfish.
there we go.
And the goldfish are all like happy.
Golden fish.
I have finished the table. You will probably laugh.
I hope so.
Okay. It should work. Jesus. Admittedly, it's hard to top that, but here you go. I did not exactly have much time to bake this, but we will go with it.
Oh,
I like how the
man,
one pupil is larger than
goodness.
the other. So ever so slightly.
Table dad is disappointed in you.
Oh.
Okay. So anyway,
It's gonna serve you drinks after you serve it respect.
So Lauren, okay. So he is going to. Okay. What does he do next? Jeez, he's desperate at this point.
We weren't the aggressors here, were we?
No.
He just like decide. He just like, well, I know what's happening now. The worst possible outcome. My death.
So he is going to cast a spell, and almost instantly you just hear, the sound. It sounds like a machine gun hitting a tree. So thok 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 thok, but it's like really really loud, and it's directly above you.
Oh no, is it a big bird?
And then he's going to crumple over and die.
What?
Welp.
Mainly because I think Skitter stabs him again. Yeah, Skitter stabs him again and he just goes down. He cannot survive another Skitter hit.
No
So
one
anyway,
can survive the skitter.
He is dead. The table stopped moving just in time for the faces. But you have a noise outside.
I would like to fight tables again at some point.
Okay, 1 minute, guys.
What is Grib?
I'm going to take.
Oh no!
I'm gonna take a. Uh-oh. You got deleted?
I deleted Greg.
I suppose
give
you
me a
have to bring him
second.
back.
Yeah,
Walker.
I can resurrect Greg.
And then it turned out that this was all taking place in Drez's imagination, and he forgot about Greg for a second, so he literally ceased to exist.
That would make Drez very happy.
Just set
Okay,
this
I'm gonna
entire
get rid of
story
the-
up for being Wander's least favorite type of story, which is ones where it turns out to not be real.
Okay, are there
AKA
any?
everyone's least
Are there
favorite.
any
Okay,
small objects around here?
Skitter?
Something hand-sized? No.
Oh.
Why do you need a hand-sized object?
Because, if we can attune the goggles of sight, or whatever you want to call them, to this object, we can send my mage hand with the object outside and see what it is that's causing that racket.
Okay, here's a dagger. Go.
Okay. Greg, do you still have the goggles?
I do.
All right. Well, touch the dagger, and I will conjure up my mage hand to take the dagger outside.
Okay. Which part of dagger should I touch?
How about the blade?
Oh, that's the scary part, but okay.
Okay, actually, why don't you hold the pommel? My mage hand probably won't get hurt by holding the blade end, so that the pommel end is out like a camera.
That is agreeable. I grab pommel.
All right. So I make my
Is it
mage
agreeable
hand,
or is it a Greg pummel?
and I send the mage hand. Actually, wait. There's a wall there, isn't there?
It should be gone because Kester is dead, yes?
It is still there.
Oh, wait.
Is there any other opening?
Nope. Skitter's like at the other door, like trying to like carve his way out with the dagger.
Alley hoop! I missed door. There we are.
But doesn't this defeat the purpose of?
Skitter.
Well,
going outside?
To move.
Because
Okay. That's not good enough.
Ow.
Well, this
I
was
can-
planned out well.
I can try again. Wait, I should also get 1d4 because I still have bliss.
Okay,
no, that's
so-
check, not save. Never mind.
The noise has gotten a lot louder.
Ah!
Or closer, you're not sure.
I'm going to try just. Oh,
Don't get in his way.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna try just actually attacking the door as opposed to trying to like move
Okay.
it specifically.
Your shillelagh shatters.
It's not
Or
how
snaps in
magic works.
half. Your magic snaps in
Move.
half.
God damn it! Crit
Move.
failed spells.
Alley-hoop!
Okay. It's got some give to it, but so as you smack into the door, the ceiling starts to give way
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay.
to an ice storm. There's just pellets of
Oh.
like, bullet-sized hail just smashing through the roof of this inn.
But is it just centered around the
Nope,
inn?
it's the whole. Well, yeah, you can't tell. It's going through the roof. You've got like a little bit because it seems to be mostly centered on him, but it's still above you.
Well, what's down
It's-
here?
sounds like being indoors is the
Also
good
sealed.
thing.
Also, shall make a dex check to get through the falling ice.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, you take 3 damage from
Ow.
getting pelted.
Yeah.
Ouch.
In case of earthquakes, you want to stand near doorways.
You would know that, considering where you come from. Lizard swamp one. Well, if
The
it's
great
worse, you
west
don't
coast of
succeed.
lizard swamps.
And is this door like also barricaded shut?
Okay, so between Skitter stabbing the shit out of the door around the like edges and you smashing into it, you have cleared a path. You can now make it outside.
But what's
Okay.
outside?
So
I find out.
the busted room on the outside looks to probably have once been the kitchen before it, fell into the pit. But there is enough clearance that you can get away.
Really, the important thing is there ice outside right now?
There is ice falling outside, but it seems to still be centered around like his location.
Okay. Wow, how far does the spell extend?
I don't know. I gotta go by. Skitter's just gonna sprint for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna run outside while holding my bag of holding over my head open.
Okay.
That's a
Skitter
smart.
takes.
So that's going to smash all your shit.
Okay, everybody
have-
has to make dex
It's just
saves,
money.
by the way.
Everything's
okay,
just
I made
money.
my dex save, which was
Wait,
16.
well, it's
Okay.
saving throw. We're probably still blessed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shelley, you want to roll yours?
16. That
Oh.
was the one I had rolled before.
Oh, okay. So you get out and you all take 9 damage except for Shell, who only takes 4.
Oh god.
Ooh, ouch.
Ouch.
And as you get away, you get clear of the ice storm that completely demolishes the inn. There is nothing left except for the stone wall and like splinters.
Wow. Well, you know how you were saying earlier that all reclaimers were assholes who tried to kill us? I guess,
That was a man with strong opinions.
all reclaimers are assholes who tried to kill us.
We don't even know if that was a reclaimer or just one of their thralls.
Don't know, don't care. From now on, I'm not giving any reclaimers time of day. Let's knock on door.
Okay. Shell, you take 5 damage. My bad. People are like, you round up, and I'm like, okay. Okay,
Oh.
so there is the door has some give to it, but there's no response from the other side.
Oh, wow, what a surprise. It doesn't work this time.
I just like
Open.
Greg's like, I will give them no
Okay.
quarter. Knock,
So
knock, knock.
you enter into a smithy. Obviously, you guys should be able to see. I just revealed the whole town for you. And it looks like it had been active recently. Like, the forge is still lit and still burning away. And there's boxes and crates and anvils and stuff.
Are there weapons in here?
There are. But it seems to be mostly, like, non-magical, but if you want to find,
Is
like, a
there a
replacement for a thing.
club?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can find a club. There's a club with like spikes on it, like little metal spikes. There's a club that's like kind of incomplete. There's a whole bunch of like quarterstaff looking things that probably are meant to be turned into spears eventually.
I'm going to grab a quarterstaff.
Okay.
And what about this door?
It's closed.
I knock on it.
Okay, there's still no response.
Can I open it?
Yep.
All
So
right.
inside looks to have been the combination bedroom storehouse for whoever worked this smithy. He clearly did not seem to care too much for personal comforts because the bed has no mattress. It doesn't even have a pillow. That image is a... it's... The only reason why you can tell is because there's like kind of this ratty blanket going across effectively a table. And,
That was
you know-
slightly heartbreaking. I had
And
an
anything
item in my
these?
inventory that was called just a stick, and now it's just a stick, parentheses, broken.
Anything of note amongst these belongings?
I mean, maybe?
I will investigate.
Yeah, if you're going to be asking me these things, please include a roll.
Okay.
So I can tell you what you find. Okay, so you find 2 orbs. They look familiar.
Ooh, are they the little pretty ones?
They're not nearly as fancy as the
Not the soul one.
yeah,
But they're the little
like
one.
bright one, yeah.
Okay. Wow, I have a lot of these now.
From the drawing, I was surprised to find out this was a forge and not a observatory.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a forge.
These were
I'm gonna-
anvils.
Yeah.
I
I'm
thought I
gonna
knew
test
Yeah.
this. I'm going
I was
to
like,
use.
I was like, check out a cool tower.
I'm going to use one of the orbs on my armor. The little ones.
Okay, you rub it on your armor and nothing happens. There's kind of like a feeling like of a little bit of give and then resistance.
How about on my rapier?
There's like no give on that.
I mean, you can't make the rapier worse.
No, but this is an orb. It's supposed to boost them, I believe. Vivi told me. Do I crush it?
You can't, you cannot muster the strength to break whatever it is. Try to.
What?
Okay. I'm just going to explain these since this is a mechanic. I was hoping you'd kind of experiment with more, but I feel like if I don't explain it, you guys are going to get way confused and either never use them or use them poorly. The more magical a thing is, the more orbs you need to, like, give it a boost. So, you already have a magical suit
I
of
see.
armor and a magical rapier, so, the price is higher.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
There's a price to be paid.
I'm video
Your
gamifying this
offering
because
is deemed unworthy.
for the most part, I'm not giving you guys shops, so instead you guys get a consumable resource to boost your equipment.
Okay, well I'll
And you've
bring
got
out,
like 1 billion of them now because nobody...
Equipment, that's funny.
I'll bring out 2 orbs of the little ones and rub them on my armor.
Okay, your armor. Okay, your armor...
I don't need armor and my weapon's a stick.
Your armor looks fancier and is now +2.
Oh, nice. Armor. Well, it already had +2. This was the new
I thought
set
it
of
was
armor.
+1. Well, in that case, the orbs don't go anywhere.
Up
Oh.
a third one.
Nope.
It's exponential function.
Wait, can things only be +2?
No, they go all the way up to +10 last time I checked. But the price goes up.
Okay, 4 orbs.
Okay.
How many
you
orbs
now
do we
have...
have total?
I have 9 plus my very special one.
Well, now you have 5 and +3 armor.
Ooh, nice.
I don't think I have any.
Well, that's
No.
under magic bonus.
Alarin got all of them by sheer chance.
That's because I went down to the mine
By
for
sheer
Vivi.
greed.
Now,
Yes.
do you guys have any regular armor or very slightly magical armor that could be upgraded?
I don't have any buffed armor, no.
I have abs.
Okay, so I give each of you guys 2 orbs.
Hooray!
Do you use them?
I will use one on my armor, yes.
Okay, you now have +1 splint mail.
I don't have armor. I just literally don't have armor.
Well, put it on a weapon then.
Or your abs.
Be terrifying.
How about skitter stuff?
This D&D campaign goes into the dark underbelly of the body mod scene.
Oh no.
Oh no.
In all seriousness, you probably could. These things are... So you guys can use these on anything. Like, anything.
Natural armor becomes natural armor. I'm gonna put them on my flame bracers.
Okay, so your flame bracers get a +1. And...
On
you
To
have
hit
one
or
orb left
to hit
over.
or damage.
Both.
Oh. I forgot
And
that was like that was the one piece of equipment I have.
Yep. But like, for example, what would be an easy example of what you could do with this thing? I guess Crazy Town Wasteful would be like, you guys are barricading a door, and they're starting to, whoever's like on the other side is starting to break through. You could actually use one of these orbs to like buff up the door really hard.
Then maybe I shouldn't have blown 4 of it on my armor. Oh well. I still have like
Yeah, probably.
I have 1 left, and I have the big soul sun 1 left.
I have
Yeah.
1 left. What should I do?
Your question about Skitter is, can he use any of them? The answer is no. All of his stuff is way magical.
Okay. Oh right, because he had taken it from
Yeah,
the corpse of Dread.
He is geared to the teeth.
More like he was gifted it by a badass champion who defeated an assassin.
I guess technically he does need a new weapon, but his shitty daggers don't qualify. Not even close.
I will put away orb for now. Rub one on bicep? No, that won't work because I have nice. I guess I will not upgrade for now. I will stockpile. Although, I mean, if I get plate mail armor, then, well, whatever.
Rub on bicep. No, you cannot improve on perfection.
Have you
See,
seen
they
these
are-
babies?
They already glisten.
Alright. Let us be.
That's like most of what's here is those buildings. We have
So,
3
that's
shacks, a front gate, and a nightmare tree that may be even more unsafe because the person working on it died.
Yep.
It's actually still going.
Oh.
Surprisingly enough. Though slower, and it looks to maybe be branching out a little bit more. You're not really sure what the consequences are.
That is okay. We will.
Is it
I'm gonna
though?
let that tree simmer for a little while longer. Do we dare open up little shicks?
I mean,
Sure.
might as well see what's inside. The former inhabitants aren't using them, at least.
Let's screw. Bang! Oh.
Okay, it is empty. It looks like the contents, though neatly organized in the picture, have been wildly rearranged by the flooding. The windows like shattered, and honestly, the door was mostly off its hinges to begin with.
Alright. I'm
These have
going
not-
to do a perception check on table. Check if it's alive.
It is not alive.
What else do I learn about table?
Okay, it's a shitty table. It hasn't been cleaned in quite some time. It looks like the owner may have bought it on the cheap and kept it for years, and then passed it on to their children, who kept it and never cleaned it, and then passed it on to their children. It's only got like 2.5 legs. It's like it's slanted.
Jeez.
It's covered in like
Oh.
food grime. There's like a knife stuck in it that may. I mean, it's like Excalibur. It doesn't look like anybody's removed it in quite some time.
Well, I'll keep my eye on your table.
I just like the idea of like, what if he critically failed at that detection was absolutely
Well, then
sure
I
it was
would-
alive.
What
I
about
would
this
have
one?
to attack it. All right. What do I learn about this table? Nothing.
Okay. It looks like a mundane table. There might be interesting things about it, but you don't notice them.
Can I check? Is this
Okay.
like a bureau? Or...
Yeah, it's a bureau. It's got socks in it.
Oh. Anything under the bed?
You do find a little baggie underneath the bed.
Oh no.
What's in the
Drugs.
bag?
About 30 silver.
Oh.
You just robbed a poor person.
But we don't know where these
Skitter,
people
this place
are.
sucks.
So
Well-
in one building, Greg just is like, it's a table, but in the other in the other building, he turns into like Stephen Moffat's Sherlock, like numbers flying everywhere and observations.
Yes.
I will give you more information according to your roles. Question is it relevant?
Skitter, this place sucks. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm still wondering about this this
Can we
statue.
fight it? No? Then I don't care anymore.
I mean, I wonder what will happen if I shatter it.
I do
What?
too.
Will
Everyone's like, I want to watch.
will I release some like eldritch beast? Will some kind of ethereal dark god being emerge from its shiny obsidian surface?
Will
Out
it
of
look like
habit, I'm checking my
firecracker?
books and monster manual and anything else.
I
Good.
mean,
Shatter.
a feather, a pen, or whatever this thing is. I'm gonna. Oh, they don't even have a knowledge. Oh, there is a knowledge religion. Hey, bird, wouldn't you be good at knowledge religion? Since
Let's
you're
find
paladin?
out. I don't know who this bird is. There we go.
All these racist
My-
sea creatures think that everyone on land looks the same.
That's my knowledge of religion chick.
Okay, wow. This is not a religious icon.
Oh.
Okay, then
well, it's-
nature.
It's not natural and has nothing to do
Okay.
with nature.
History.
about history?
Okay. This has been there for longer than Zagnoth.
Ah.
In fact, there were several of these things. You actually know surprisingly a lot about these things, despite having never been to Zagnoth before, which is really confusing.
Funny how
Okay.
natural 20s work. That way.
So that these things were
Oh, God.
found.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah,
These
I'm
things
fine.
were found here, kind of the Stonehenge. They're kind of the equivalent of Stonehenge.
And how many are there? Are there like one in each district, or no? We would have seen more by now if that
Yeah.
was the case.
There's one in every largely populated district. There was one in the Lake District, but it wasn't in the section you were in. This is one of those roles where you actually know more about the city than you knew before, and technically I should have given you more information. This is stupid. Okay, but so anyway, these things were here before Zagnoth, and people treated them as kind of just like this oddity, but they made really good decorations, and so they became places for public features. So in this case, they built a fountain under it because they float. They just float there in the
They
air.
float?
Yep. So technically, if you wanted to, you could actually like push it around, which is considered kind of a high crime in Zagnoth. But, well, I mean, nobody's really going to.
So is murder, but that doesn't seem to stop anybody.
That's true. Okay.
Can we take it with us?
If you wanna.
I mean, do you promise to feed it every day? We already have one pet. Looks at Skitter.
Eh. I've accepted my lot in life, I guess.
I mean, if one of us tires, maybe we could write on it or something.
What is it with you and boats?
I mean, imagine where you come from a place where there aren't really vehicles.
Oh yeah, this is like the most highest technology thing you've ever seen, right?
Oh,
Like, your people have barely invented coral reef.
no. We're fairly advanced when it comes to weaponry and arms and
How did you invent fire?
Isolationism.
yeah, and magical stuff and barriers and things to ward off the
Have you
leviathans.
invented clay pot?
But like being avid
Underwater basket weaving?
being avid swimmers, we never really had a need for vehicles.
Avid swimmers is a weird way of describing people who are subaquatic.
Okay, we are naturally
I'm an
born-
avid breather.
I would consider myself a breather. You know, it's something I do casually and professionally. Been doing it for a while. Anyway. Alright, so...
My mom's a breather, my dad's a breather, my son's a breather. Everyone's breathers around here.
Well,
We
this is
just
all very
raise them up as
interesting.
breathers.
If we were archaeologists, then maybe I could see take, but as it stands, I prefer to let the natural world resolve itself. I mean, oh, what? I thought didn't really go. I'm gonna head to these gates.
I wonder if I could send it to Vivi.
I thought you'd like this.
There's just no rhyme or reason to what you're sending to Vivi. Here's a fountain we found. It's yours now.
just thinking of you.
But it's
We thought you'd
vaguely
like this
magical.
church. Let's send her the whole church.
I wonder if I can make this a teleportation point, though we don't really have a reason to come back here. Or do
Yeah.
we?
We could see tree later, but I don't know. I just don't know. That tree freaks me out.
Now, if I were to tap the rod against this without touching any of the rings, will it create a new ring just for the object?
If you don't know, I think that you
what
just
you're
have to
doing,
try.
Or are you asking me? You have to.
Fine. I without touching any of the rings, I tap the wand
A
against
new
this.
ring wraps around it.
Ooh, what color is it?
It's red.
A red ring. I will remember you.
You'll have to remind me of the exact
Xbox,
colors so I
no.
can do the so I can do the proper rings and design and whatnot.
Okay, so the red ring goes to the big tree.
Oh, good, you're keeping a list. That's useful.
The blue ring.
She's keeping a list and checking it.
I don't want this to be one of those where like
Go to Vivi.
the rod gets used more often in the future, and it's like, by the way, what does the red ring go to? And I'm like,
And the white ring goes back to the weird door in the warehouse district.
Which has to be covered in horrible, like, tentacles by now.
Well, wait, but he said that the warehouse district was on higher ground than where we were. I mean...
Oh, wait, the warehouse
Right.
district was the second zone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking of the place with the vines, where we had to run.
All right, well, I'll come back for you later, weird magical artifact.
okay. So you guys are gonna go
Huh.
up the road?
I wonder
So-
if those lizard folk ever made it back, considering the fact that, like, the area that we last saw my leader in was, like, overrun by vines or something.
I'm pretty sure he would have fled before then. I mean, I would actually be concerned about the guys that we let go. They-
Yeah, that's true. Well, they're dead.
Not to mention the
Let's
ones
be
that
real.
may have blown up. You never did
They can
touch
hold their
it.
breath.
They're dead.
Okay, so
So you guys
follow the road.
okay, so I don't have a map drawn for this. And if stuff changes, I do have a map drawn for this. We'll see how it goes.
So if something specific happens, we will suddenly have a map.
I thought that you were working
Yes.
on a green map thing today.
Look, I can only draw so many maps. And I'm not gonna, like, draw the outside of a castle. When we're not going to be there that much. Okay, give me a second. I'm just going to quickly slap together a shitty drawing. Let's see. Let me turn on the grid.
Of the road?
So you guys are...
Okay, so Greg, you're the lion. Clearly,
no.
Clearly, I'm Dorothy. Let's see. Skitter can be the Scarecrow, and Drez will be Tin Man.
But I want to be Toto.
Because I don't have a heart.
Okay.
I consider you sort of like steely.
So we're just going to freehand this. Can you guys see? No, you can't.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so you guys... Oh, shoot.
Oh
Did I
my
copy-
god.
We've entered the
They
Twilight
teleport.
Zone.
You have entered in...
The
You have
graph-
entered
Where's
into the-
Goku?
You have entered into the zone of Wanderbot hasn't drawn
King
this
Kai.
yet.
Wonder,
Okay.
where were you expecting us to go on the tree or something?
We're about to fight the ancient dragon, you
There's
guys.
other things, mainly just I had to prioritize important stuff.
I mean, we could also teleport to Vivi,
Okay.
which is what he was.
Remember,
probably
when
planning.
he leaps into the air and starts doing flame
So-
breath, you have to run towards his tail in order to escape the blast.
The rectangles I'm drawing are the walls of the keep. So you guys are walking up the
Oh, no!
road north.
Oh no! Isn't this? Aren't we gonna be beset by a bunch of arrows? Like, just a hailstorm of them?
Oh, right.
Wait a minute. Earlier,
Whoopsie
Earlier, Shell called Greg the coward.
That is the lion.
Yeah.
Well, that was because he didn't want to face Gorlar after being all gung ho about facing Gorlar.
He faced off against Gorlar and got taken out.
Yeah.
He literally went toe-to-toe with him in the stupidest way possible, but he went toe-to-toe with him and then got struck down.
Supposedly, if we had done just a little bit more damage, we could have actually killed Gorlar.
In
but
fact,
we did
I
not.
ran away from Gorlar.
That's metagame knowledge, Shell.
Sorry.
Okay, so you guys...
He'll probably have regained his health since
Shell's in
then.
the same room as
You
the
guys
GM and
are
cheats
in,
constantly.
like, childhood drawing town.
Chalk zone!
I can draw this for next time, but, like... This was literally the next thing I was going to draw before today's campaign, but obviously had other things. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of this
Faces.
it's kind of this wooded area going up to the keep. And let me go back out onto your lair.
Oh my god, it's like Mario where the clouds and the bushes are the same thing. But they're all
Okay.
happy.
Oh gosh, they're watching us.
They are watching you. In fact, you see...
Wait, are they gonna move?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
As you guys kind of approach, you hear like a bell ringing.
Oh no.
Kind of sounds like a handbell.
We've been spotted.
And so I'll give a more visual description since my art is not going to cut it here. So
That one's angry.
so the keep is large and imposing and tall, and kind of gravity defying.
Like
You're not entirely sure. We could refer back to my unfinished drawing, but whatever. Anyway, so the gates are closed, there are walls, and you're hearing a bell, and you see a couple of helmets kind of up, rising above the parapets. Yeah, helmeted dudes in armor.
Everywhere we go. Every single place.
Everyone is evil. Including guy who told us that.
We don't know if they're evil. They're probably
Really,
maybe...
there's a lot of evidence.
No. I'm talking about the local inhabitants, not reclaimers. Like, who knows what if these guys were the ones actually sacrificing people to.
Do we attempt diplomacy?
Oh,
I mean, I would.
Oh,
I would
boy.
suggest it.
Okay.
who has a charisma stat?
Friends.
Because I don't.
I
We
have
wish
a
to
plus
pass
4
through your...
to my charisma.
A crossbow bolt thuds into the ground next to you. You notice there's a bunch of crossbow bolts and some dead-looking druids.
We're not
We're
druids.
not
no.
druids.
Oh, hey, they hate the druids. That's probably a good, eventually a good sign if we can talk to them.
Yeah, I
at
guess.
all.
We are
I guess
not
I'll just-
druids.
I'll just use old man
Old
man's
man
icon.
druid.
Yeah.
We've just been killing all the druids.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of like dead there's maybe not a bunch. There's a couple, and it looks like there's stone walls and like a couple other things. Ugh.
We hate druids too. You see this guy? We killed his friend.
That's the worst.
Okay.
Shut up, Therese.
There are more crossbow bolts. They're getting closer. They're getting better at accuracy. Their accuracy. Actually, no, they're not.
Just looking around, is there any apparent opening or weakness anywhere?
The fortress walls look pretty thick.
So
And they're all.
diplomacy
There's
is
no
work.
open doors and no anything or nothing.
Not that you can see from this side.
And this is the only direction we could go in from the
road
where we just came from.
The other option you had was back to the arena.
Oh,
I guess as a guess, I'm going to actually just roll a charisma check on my diplomacy. Take it or leave it.
You're not actually sure they even heard you.
We might not even know if they're alive. They could be something other than human under those helmets.
I think we should go back. This place is suck.
Okay. So you guys
this
head
place
back.
is
Alright.
suck.
Okay, let's try to contact
So
Phoebe.
along the road, you have a couple of other options I should probably give to you.
Oh, okay.
You have that grove that you passed over earlier, and the arena that you can return to.
What grove?
It was that kind of like pondy looking place.
What Pondy place? Oh, when we were going by boat.
Yeah, this one.
How do we get to this area on the map?
This is really need that bigger map done. This is on the way to the arena, but you reasonably could get back here if you wanted to.
I think we should go back here if anything.
Check any of our options that don't involve assaulting a keep on foot.
Yeah, we can't assault a keep on
It's
foot.
worth. I think we can, but I'm gonna keep my options open.
I could have blasted
I'm
open
already
the wall,
formulating several plans.
Maybe.
Hey, if you want to do it, we can go for it.
Okay.
I don't have a reason to yet, unless
I'm
we're
gonna-
totally trapped.
I'm gonna ring.
You guys are on the road. I'm gonna move you back a bit and
Okay.
mess with your line of sight.
Okay.
Okay, so you can kind of reasonably see into this grove. It looks damp, but generally serviceable.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to ring Vivi.
Okay. The line is still dead.
Oh. What about the rod?
It is back to normal colors.
Oh, so we could teleport.
But do I still have the 4 blue rings?
You have the white ring,
The red ring.
the red ring, and Vivi's ring is not colored in. It's like dim.
Oh no! Well, it looks like we lost our opportunity to teleport back to her.
Did we ever have it?
Well, 4 of them were glowing when we were up on the stands. So
As far as I can tell, you lost contact with her the moment you found us. I can't even tell she's real.
Oh.
Imaginary friend Shell's imaginary friend Vivi.
Hey.
Like she imagined her entire journey in those handful of episodes that we didn't have.
I'm practically incapable of lying.
But Wander can lie to you about your experiences
It's true.
in a fantasy world.
Wow.
But I wouldn't have had
that's
all these
very,
mana crystals and the weird water
empiricist of you.
rapier. And those are definitely evidence that she did something. Also, all the sending stones.
As far as I can tell, everyone I know besides Skitter is crazy.
Mm. I'm just eccentric.
Can we see anything at all? Is there anything that stands
Okay.
out a little bit?
Well, you guys haven't
just
been
got of
looking around.
curiosity.
You
Yeah.
guys are in this
Also
like
probably time for break.
Nature perception
Yes.
buttons.
Okay. There's something weird about this grove.
Oh
We'll
no.
do that on the
Oh?
next episode.
Of Dragon Ball Grave of
Dragon
Man.
Ball Grave Man.
Grove of
Dragon
Man.
Ball Greg.
Next time on Grove of Man.
Dragon Ball Greg.
Well, what will the party of intrepid misfits find in the keep Zagnoth's military district. Will the party ever realize that maybe they should actually be looting some of these corpses they go by and make? And, well, what was up with that weird reclaimer that was seemingly made out of wood? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Greg of Man?